Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Mainspring. My name is Scratchy, and as the title says, why not? There wasn't much happening today, so I thought that I'd just jump on and do a quick little show. Hadn't not much going on, and there didn't appear to be anything else on, so I thought, well, I might as well. Who we got in the chat? One you see it. Well, he's always first. How you going, mate, if you're still here? Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. If anybody wants to jump on, please do. You're more than welcome. I'll drop a link in the chat, and everybody's welcome. Scotch Down Under, Ken. How you going, mate? Hope you're doing well. Well, you'd be surprised to know that I have absolute no topics to talk about because I didn't plan on doing anything. But I was a little bit bored and thought to myself, why not? So here we are. I was looking around today, just looking at new releases and stuff like that. And I saw Panerai have released a new Panerai Navy SEAL watch. Let me see if I can pull this up. Here it is. Hopefully you guys can see that. Looks quite nice. It's a Panerai submersible, Navy SEAL edition. Here it is here. Also, there's 4 different variants, it says. Obviously, it comes with a silver and a black dial, and then it sort of looks like a chronograph, 2-dial chronograph. Looks like a nice watch. Looks like a big watch, but looks like a nice watch. I'm not always big on the all black, or I think they call it PVC coating, only because when it wears off on the sides, you can always see the metal underneath. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a nice, interesting watch. I like the gold on it, the black and gold. I just thought, yeah, I'd have a look at this. And here's the back of it, which I thought was really interesting. It's a limited edition. It's a professional diver's watch, and it's been made for the Navy SEALs on some sort of rubber/nylon strap. So basically, it says it's water resistant at 300 meters. It's a dial in time only and a self-winding movement in the caliber of a P900, which has a 3-day power reserve. Oh, it also has a GMT version with a date. That's quite nice as well. I like how it's got the 15, 30, and 45 on the sides there. Presumably all that looms up nicely. Let's see if there's a picture of the loom. Oh, here's the other ones. I think if I had to pick myself, or fool myself, I'd have to pick the silver. you know what it's like with Panerai. They're such big watches, and you know, you need a sizable wrist to be able to watch it, to be able to wear it. Um, for my wrist, it's probably too big, but I still like the watch. Not a great Panerai fan, and that's generally because they're so big, um, and the that gate or um, whatever you call it around the crown is just too big for me. But I appreciate the watch, and they've always made good watches, um, but they're also very chunky monkey type watches. Um, oh, once you see it, thumbs up. Thanks, mate. Um, so yeah, I really didn't have too much to talk about. I just thought that I'd jump on, say hi. Marcelo doesn't seem to be doing a show tonight. Um, he did one last night. Unfortunately, you won't see me washing the dishes. I've got no dishes to wash, so I can't entertain you that way. But yeah, if anybody gets bored and they'd like to jump on and instead of listen to me try to think of things to say, uh, everybody's welcome to jump onto the chat. I've left the link in the description. Sorry, the link in the chat, and everybody's welcome. Um, I'm not sure if anybody saw the earlier show today on Archie. I saw that he had a new guest. Um, apparently, he's got a channel, and there's like a group of fellows that they all talk about watches and all that sort of stuff. He seemed like an interesting bloke. Um, Archie seemed well engaged and wanted to talk to him, which was good. I didn't catch the entire show, but what I caught was really good. Patel Philippe, hey Scratchy, hey Tan, how you going, mate? um, so yeah, and then there was the afternoon show. Lux has been taking a couple of days off. He's needed some time off, apparently, and hopefully he'll be back soon. I know from just the couple of shows that I've done, it's hard to think of things to talk about, and so I'd just imagine what it's like for Lux and Archie to think of things each day. Patel Philippe, new guest used to work for Crown and Caliber. His new channel is mostly for watch group meetups. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I didn't catch the whole thing, and I sort of come halfway through. Um, but he seemed like a nice bloke, and he was interested in his watches, and um, it was funny when I saw the bit when HR jumped on and was explaining his 3-piece collection and asking him to give it to him. And he did, he was polite, but he didn't back down from HR. He said, just wait, I'll tell you my opinion, which I thought was quite funny. So, um, but it's good to see that there's new panelists jumping on Archie. I tried jumping on yesterday or last night's show, last night in Australia show, just to help Archie out. Because it's I guess it's hard when you're sitting there by yourself each day in, day out, and it's good to see new and different panelists come on. Patel Philippe, we're just focusing on bringing in new talent into the show. Everyone that AC3 or I have reached out to have been widely positive. We're moving beyond the small group of the past and looking forward. Yeah, I mean, look, Tan, everybody knows that how hard you work in the background, and and I think it's a great idea how you know there's new panelists. I mean, it's always interesting to listen to new people and to get a different perspective and instead of the same old, same old. Not to say that the existing people aren't there any good. I mean, they are, but it's always good to see a bit of new blood and I guess similar to what I was saying with the tutor, unless you innovate and move forward, you know, you might have a little bit of problems with your business. So that's what you've got to do, and I think it's a great idea. And look, I think Archie undersells himself a bit. I think he's well respected, you know, around in YouTube land, all around the world, and people. I think a lot of people would be, sort of keen to come and talk to him about certain things, and it doesn't always have to be watches. Jay Anthony talks to him about cars and talks to him about different things, different luxury items. I mean, we all know how he likes his Louis Vuitton things, wallets and bags, um, watch boxes, all that type of stuff. So, I think it can only be a good thing that he gets new people on to talk about new things, and you know, I think in the not just me, but I think everybody's noticed that since there has been new people on, that he's been more engaged and sort of seems a bit happier. Taking into account that he's not doing so well at the moment, but other than that, I think that he's doing a good job. Um, and that on the afternoon show, he's a little bit less engaged, but he's doing all right. And Nark's been coming on to give him a hand. Um, I'm not sure if Nark is to be believed, but he says that he wants to be less toxic and more inclusive. They're not exactly his words, but that's what I took from it. And he's been pretty positive, really. I've enjoyed him coming on, and he's been pretty positive and trying to engage with Archie. And Mr. GMT came on tonight. It was good to see him. He's been a bit busy with work and family stuff, but he managed to jump on tonight and have a little bit of a chat with Archie and Nark. So it was good to hear from him and know that he's doing okay. What's this? Bear is back in 2 days. Oh, well, that'll be good for Archie. I think, Bear helps Archie in a number of ways, and he helps him. I think he helps him sort of steer Archie in the right direction, keep him on track. Sometimes he wanes and, you know, um, I don't know, goes off track a little bit, and then Bear's there to, just to bring him back on track and bring him back to the conversation. And I think, I think Bear fills him with a lot of confidence too when Bear's there. Um, just helping him steer the ship a little bit. So it'll be good to see Bear back. But I have noticed that Mookie and Curly haven't been doing many shows this week. Not sure what's happening there. Maybe they're just taking a little bit of a break. I guess when you're doing a lot of shows, and just like Curly, I mean, look at Curly. Curly doesn't do a 1 hour show. Curly does a 6, 7, 8 hour show. How he does it is amazing. But maybe they're just taking a little bit of a break. I've noticed a fair few comments in the chats just asking where they are and what's happening. So hopefully they're doing well and they'll be back soon. As Tan said. Doc's posted on his community that Mookie shut down for now. Oh, that's the first I heard of it. That's not good. Look, my opinion with this doxing is this. You know, people are coming on. They're creating shows for us. When I say us, like I'm just a punter in the chat, really. Um, coming on, they're spending their time, sometimes their money. That you've got to buy StreamYard and all this, other sort of software. I'm only using the free version. But my opinion is that if people are coming on and trying to entertain and give you something to watch and have a chat, there's no need for this doxing business. I mean, it's just ridiculousness. Um, yeah, you can understand why people are going to walk away and not want to do it. Um, there's just no need for it. You know, I know that in the past there was a fair bit of doxing going on. With back in the day, but I don't think that it's a thing that we need to be bringing back. So if that's the case, um, I think it's a shame, and hopefully Mookie and Curly will be back because they do a good show. I really like how some of the software stuff that Mookie does is fantastic. It's similar to like what Ken does on his show is that's a lot of effort to do that sort of software because I believe that Mookie's making his own software and you know um, it's a lot of effort and people are putting in the effort to come and entertain and then you've got a couple of silly people. It's not everyone, um, to do silly things like that. Tan Philippe, hope he's back soon. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like Curly and Mookie too. Yeah, look, people can say what they want to say. Not everyone's going to like everyone, but that's why there's a million, YouTube channels, and people can watch what they want. If you don't like, the channel that you're watching, switch it off. It's the easiest way to do it. But all this other stuff is just pointless. I can't see any reason for it. Patel Philippe, always been a fan of their stuff. Yeah, look, it's entertaining, to like what they do and the different things and the look at everybody knows the Mookie clips, you know. Look at that little clip, the intro that I did. And I'm no computer geek by any stretch of the imagination. That probably took me a couple of hours to make, to be honest. Just trying to learn how to use it and going through different music and trying to find different images and it all takes time, So we can only appreciate the efforts that Mookie puts in. And he's got the time machine. As far as I know, he's wrote that that software, and all of that takes time. So people have got to appreciate the time and effort that people are putting into these shows, and just come on and enjoy, have fun, and forget the rest. I guess we all come on here for a bit of escapism, and come on and have fun. I guess that's all I've really got to say about that part. Oh, Bill, hey Scratchy, hey Bill, how you going, mate? Um, Good to see you here, mate. Appreciate the support. It was a little bit of an impromptu show. It was just that there wasn't anything else going on, so I thought that I'd jump on and have a chat to see who jumped in the chat, and that's how it'd go. So yeah. Oh, Mikey Cassio, how you going, mate? And Bill, Ken's not. No, Ken's a bit busy tonight. He's doing that damn W thing, that work thing. But he's in the chat. Ken's a great support and help to me. So I really appreciate him. What's this, guys? And Scratchy, I have an unboxing. Oh, you have an unboxing? Let me drop the link for you, Skyzen, mate. You're always welcome. We always have a good chat, and we can find out what you're unboxing. I think I'm just trying to think. He was. I won't wreck it. I think I know what he's talking about with the unboxing. So if he Skyzen, if you want to jump on and show it off, mate, you're more than welcome. Mikey, if I listen to any of Paul Thorpe, I'll look like a gammon. Gammon? I'm not sure what that is. Look, Paul Thorpe, I really used to enjoy his stuff, like with his watch content stuff. Now that he's gone a bit, well, not a bit political, he's gone very political. Doesn't interest me. I'm not interested in the Australian political environment, let alone the English or anybody else's for that matter. So, but look, it's worked for him. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers now, and I guess he's found a niche, something that he's also interested and passionate about, and good on him. But that's not my cup of tea at all. So, Patel Philippe. Paul Thorpe had a good watch content when he used to do his videos from his car when he was an active watch dealer. He deleted those videos years ago before he returned. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know probably a lot of those sort of videos. But I've seen the ones he's done the last couple of years. Hey, Skyzen, how you going, mate?
Hey, Scratchy, how you doing, fella?
Good, mate, good.
Yeah, I've just got back from shopping, looked in my cupboard, and there's my new unboxing.
Your new unboxing. It took me a second to think about it, but then I remember listening to you on Marcelo's show last night, and I went, I think I know what he's talking about.
So, yeah, let's get the camera switched.
Yeah, mate, you take your time. I'll just read this out. Mikey Cassio, you saved me, Scratchy. Well, thanks, mate. I thought, like I said, I just thought I'd just jump on. There was nothing else on, and give back to some of you guys, and we can all jump on and have a chat. Patel Philippe, I met Paul Thorpe this year in London. I was happy to chat with him, but I told him that I did not want to discuss any politics, only watches. We kept it to that, and it was all just fine. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm with you, Ken.
Yeah, Thorpe come and spoke to me when I was at London. Yeah, I said no politics and all that. He tried to make a joke about when I was jumping in my car, going, "Oh, don't get done for speeding."
All right. So
I action everyone at the BQ watches.
Yeah.
Obviously, one being in a wheelchair, and two, I had me one of one Nike Airs on, and everyone was coming up and talking to me about me trainers.
Yeah.
I even had Roman Shaft spot my trainers and come straight over and start talking to me.
It's amazing how many watch blokes are into trainers, to be honest.
Yeah, don't worry, I've already blanked out the address, so I can't dox myself.
Oh, that's good.
No self-doxing now.
No self-doxing. No doxing at all.
It's the only thing. I need a cameraman now, so I can How am I going to do this?
Um,
I've got my case that keeps getting in the way.
maybe just put it down for a second and cut it open, and then bring the camera back. Oh, there you go. That'll do.
That's where I've got one of them stupid cases on. Yeah.
Oh, it's a full-on unboxing. You've never opened it before.
Yeah. Got the over protection. Fuck that. That's for the cleaners. Good thing about being a cripple, you get cleaners and all that.
Oh, beautiful.
There are some perks for being disabled.
Yep. Well, there's got to be
Especially when
some.
you go to the air. Especially when I go to the airport now, I get straight through.
Oh, beautiful. Well, they've protected it well.
Yeah. Bloody hell, they've protected it well. I ain't just 2 boxes. Look, 2 boxes and all that wrapping. All eco-friendly wrapping as well.
Well,
A card from them
oh yeah.
in an envelope. Yeah. We'll open that in a bit. We're more worried about the
contents.
There we go. I'll pick the camera back up now. Even I got it round the wrong way. So I did say I was going to do the unboxing for you first.
Oh,
there we go.
Yep.
The brand new limited edition Submariner book.
And you were saying last night that because you bought it directly from Wallpaper Stone, it's a limited edition one?
Yes, the first edition limited one with the silk bound copy. There's even wrapping around that. Hold on a minute. Let's put that down again.
All right. Have you got your gloves?
No, I haven't got gloves. I have.
I thought you were going to buy some gloves.
Hold on 1 minute. Oh, 1 minute.
You're right. I'll read out this. Patel Philippe. Skyson was a top lad. He made the house and the events enjoyable. He was getting hot BQ girls to put out some quality timepieces when I was pulling up the second floor. Yeah, he's a great bloke. He's actually come on each show for my last 3 out of the 4 shows. So he's been great support to me, and he's always a good bloke to have a chat to.
Here we go. Gloves. Let's get this wrapper off.
Here's Mikey Cassio saying he's a decent lad, our Paul Thorpe, but there's a grift that's away. I bumped into him on the Oxford Street early last year. Gutted, he's pivoted completely, but hey ho. Yeah, look, I'd like to see him talk about watches more often too, but he's doing what he loves.
I know what I mean. Know what I mean about the silk.
Yeah.
When you look at you probably won't see it with a camera, but yeah, it's like it's a nice silky finish there. There's the gloves.
Oh, look, the gloves are on.
Yeah, they're not a shiny one.
Oh, that's
there
all
we
right.
are.
They work.
Exactly. Protection.
It looks like quite a thick book, actually.
Yeah, it is quite thick. Weighs 2 kilos in weight.
Oh, okay.
Which is 4.4 pounds.
Yep.
Nice picture of the Earth. Nice picture of an island. Let's get to the bit of Submariner.
And so you were saying that this has been done in conjunction with Rolex's support, yeah?
Yeah, that's why it's got. There's the chapters. Let's get nice and close.
Yep.
Picture of old Mr. Hans himself.
Yeah, Hans Waldorf.
Yeah, because the original watches were called Wilsdorf and Davis. From 1905 to about 19. When was it? 1909, was it?
Yeah, 8 or 9, I think. Yeah, it was only a couple of years.
Yeah, we got some famous people there. Martin
Yep.
Luther King with his
Southern
Jubilee.
Army, is it?
Don't know if it's date just.
Oh, Date Just.
And then obviously we start reading.
Yep.
But everyone's more interested. There's old print, old letters. A stupid case. Let me just take out the case.
All right.
I got them fold over cases, which protects the phone well.
Yep.
And it has got, in the old days, it used to have a bit for the, done it. Let's hope I don't fat finger nothing. Yeah, it's got a
All right.
slot for your cameras, but it still gets caught sometimes.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Some of the original paperwork and stuff. Oh, that'll be a good read for you, mate.
There we go. 6200. The first of the line now.
That was the first one, was it?
Yeah.
And what's that paperwork to the side that shows there?
Royal Navy divers. Yeah, let's get it. Focuses quite well on our camera.
Yep.
It's a letter from the Royal Navy,
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
dated the 5th, 1955.
1955. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I say there's lots of old documents, so it's definitely been to the archives, and yeah, lots of reading there.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm a lazy fucker, so I'm gonna get the app that you can take a picture of it and then it reads it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic, so when I read things, it all gets jumbled up in my head.
Yep.
There we go. There's Tan's favourite, the old Explorer dial 369 with a big crown. Yeah, 6200.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Hodinkee done an article about it because they call it the King Sub.
Oh, okay.
That's its nickname, the King Sub.
I've seen the dial before, but I haven't seen that
Yeah,
bracelet before.
yeah, that's the extent. It's got the gaps, isn't it, in between?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's like the 3-link that they've got now, but it's sort of
Spread
stretched.
apart.
Yeah. Sort of stretched out. Mikey Casio. I do love the old Rolex. Spotted a few chewed up once on eBay for a few hundreds. And
Some adverts. Yeah, it's quite impressive, the S24 Samsung Ultra camera. It's
yeah,
sharp
no,
enough for everyone,
mate,
isn't it?
mate, it's crystal clear.
Yeah, so I've got it running on 4K video,
No, mate,
even
it's
though YouTube only does 720p, doesn't it? As its best
yeah,
quality.
yeah. But it's crystal clear
Yeah.
though. Can't complain
Yeah,
about that. Nick
another
Fox
old.
writes good books and articles. Easy to find him on YouTube.
There we go. And then lovely pictures.
Yeah, that's very Tudorish, isn't it? That one.
Yeah, then again, the Tudor came after, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. No, but you can see where that inspiration from the Black Bay come from.
Yeah, exactly.
If
There's
he's
a
writing it,
different.
the book will be well done.
Yeah, the
Oh,
anchor, which you don't get anymore when you get a sub. You used to get the anchor with it.
yes, yeah. I saw.
There's another one with. Yeah, you used to
Yeah,
get an anchor swing tag. That was it.
I saw somebody do a fair while ago now. Somebody did an unboxing of a vintage sub, and it had the anchor on it, and I was like, oh, how cool is that? They should bring
Yeah,
something like that back.
I found a Tudor sub once, and it came full set with the anchor still.
Oh, really?
Which was pretty rare because they both did. Oh, well, there's so much to go through here.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the original deep sea challenge with that great big bubble
with the bubble. Yeah,
crystal. Look, typical to be right through the middle of the page.
that was the one that they put on the side of the sub. Yeah.
Yeah, in the 60s. I think that one's the 60s one. There's a better picture of it there.
Maximum screen. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, I think I nearly got rid of you then. That's not good.
Yeah, everyone wants me to go to the production numbers. That's what everyone was asking. Here's the James Bond part.
Yep. Let me see if I can do it this way. Oh, nope. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's about as big as I can do it, guys. Oh, hang on. How about this? No.
There's a thing where you can bring the person up to full screen. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'm still learning.
There's the Sean Connery.
Here's a drop down box.
The 6538. Big crown.
There we go.
So I know more about the vintage there. That's it. It's got quite a bit. James Bond there. Oh, Jane Seymour. Yep. She was a fox, wasn't she, back in the day? Miss Solitaire. Yep. She starred in W's. Let's put it that way. Oh, Jane.
Well, that was his watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sean Connery wore his own watch, but Rolex did sponsor Roger Moore for Live and Let Die and Man with a Golden Gun with. There's the single red.
Yeah. Oh, Apes is here. You're doing great, man. Thanks, Apes. Appreciate it. Oh, Apes hasn't got a wrench. Let's fix that up.
A lot of celebrities, isn't it? You've got Cameron Diaz. That's a gorgeous 5512.
With a bit of patina, on the dial.
Caramel patina, yeah.
Is that the trinium dial?
That might. What year does it say from here? 1959. That could be rhodium.
Rhodium. Oh, okay.
Not what's it called? Radium. Radium. That's it. There's that one about the trip lock. How it works.
Oh yeah, the screw-in crown.
I see an interesting one. It shows you the case sizes and how they changed different crowns.
Oh yeah, from year to year.
So they've even got the production years of even the modern ones. You know, the 1-2s.
Yeah, 124060. Or
yeah. Yep. And then got deep seas in here.
Oh, deep seas in there.
Yeah, because it's basically Comex, the Mariana Trench. Yeah, I'm just flicking through it.
Lovely pictures.
Where are the production number parts? Have I missed that? No, I need to get a tripod. Yeah. I've got one, but it's for my actual photograph for like my professional cameras. Here we go. This is a bit everyone wants to know.
There you go.
Starting off with the original one.
6204, launched in 1953. Production quantity, only 2,881. 38mm.
And then next one.
Reference number 6200, 1954. So they brought a different one out straight the next year. They only made 303 of them. Mate, that'd be rare as hen's teeth now.
There's one of them for sale in the UK at the moment.
Right.
I can't remember what website, but the article's in a Hodinkee website. I posted it yesterday in JJ's WhatsApp group for Tan.
No, okay. I bet you it's worth Here's the next reference, 6205, 1954. There was only
800.
810. So they were bringing a new model out each year back then.
Yeah, then the
And then they brought,
6538, which is the Sean Connery.
yeah, 6538, 1954. So they brought out a second one in 1954 and 2,800 of them. So, and then in 1955 brought out the 6536. Production quantity 5,350, still 38 millimeter. The caliber 1030. What was the caliber before that? In 1954? No, 1954.
There's a 54 one.
So caliber 10.5, A296. Yeah, I'm not sure what they are. So obviously 1954 is when they brought out those,
Yeah, and the
the more
1953 one.
recognisable calibers that we understand now.
Let's go to the 5513. That'll have a caliber 1520 to 1530.
Yep.
And then where's my one?
But that 5513, that was out for a number of years, wasn't it?
Yeah, that ran all the way
Like,
up to 1989. That did.
yeah. So 1962 to 1989, did it?
Yeah, 62
Or,
launched. Yeah, to 89.
and went
To the
151,449 they made.
yeah,
You see a fair few of them floating around.
that's the rarer one, the 12, because it's the chronometer. There's only 17,000 of the 5512,
Yep.
which is the chronometer spec.
But look,
Yeah.
even in that 17,000, they had 3 different calibers
Yeah.
and 3 different movements.
There's the Comex 5514.
Yep. Well, there's only 16, 18 of those.
Yeah, there ain't many of them.
Not many of them floating around. It's good how they show you the production numbers.
That's what this is the one I'm going for. Scratchy.
The 14060, 1989, 93,515, steel,
Yeah.
40 millimeter, caliber 3000. Why
Yeah,
are you going after that one in particular, mate?
because it's the last of the tritium loom, which run up to 98, and it's the first with a sapphire crystal and not the Hardlex, not Hardlex, the acrylic crystal.
Yep.
And so it's the last, and look, it's not a maxi case or maxi dial, and it's the first of the 904L stainless steel. Because as I say, the 5513s are the 316 steel.
Yep.
So Rolex, this is the first model that changed over to the 904L stainless steel.
Oh, okay. So can we see where because from the beginning that you showed us, it didn't have the Mercedes. It didn't have the Mercedes hand. Which was the first watch? Which was the first watch to have the Mercedes hand? Does it show you that?
It
So
should
there
be.
got pattern.
Yeah, the 6200 was first with Mercedes.
Oh, so it's virtually straight away.
Yeah, it had pencil. Yeah, the original one had the pencil.
Yep.
Hands.
And see how the minute hand goes right out to the edge of the bezel, where the newer ones now sort of stop at the minute marker line. Like that one's quite long.
The Sean Connery one.
So they're a bit short. They only go to the minute hand markers. Just a bit shorter.
Let's go some of the moderner ones.
All right. Yeah, Tan says, interesting on production numbers between the dates 16610 and no date 14060.
Yeah, they made a lot originally, didn't they? That's the one you're after, isn't it, Scratchy? The 124060
Yeah, correct.
non-day.
Yep. So they've made so far, launched in 2020, and it's 82,382 so far. Which you think
Yeah,
about it, in what, 4 years? That's only sort of 20,000 a year. That's not much.
no, seeing that
I
they
thought
make a million. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's,
I thought
where's
they'd
the
be
one
making
that?
more than that a year.
And then obviously the date version now.
Yeah, the 126610
Yeah.
LN.
Yeah, look how
There's
many
a
more of
lot.
them they've made.
Yeah, there's a lot more of them, isn't there?
177.
177328. I thought that the no date
Even
would have been.
even the 40 mil. That's the 40 mil one, which
Yep,
discontinued in 2020.
yep.
Came out in 2012. 159,437.
Yeah, 37. Yep, the caliber 3130.
Yeah,
And that was the 40, and then it went like
to
to the
41. Yeah,
124 to the 41. Yeah.
they even got the Datesy Challenge in now.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's interesting to see how many they made of that. The reference number
1,208.
126067 launched in 2022, and they've made 1,298 of them. Full titanium, 50 mil, caliber 3230. I mean, like, if you look at that watch, you understand why they put the 3230, because the watch itself, like the dial, is not that big. It's the rest of it
No,
all around it that's huge.
yeah, it's the gas valve and the airlock system. It's got gas lock air system. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the rarest one, which is a real ugly motherfucker of a watch. So look at them Hulk production, and people think the Hulks are rare. Not at
Yeah.
228,000.
In 2010.
Yeah, it ran 10 years, didn't it?
Yep. Yeah, they stopped in 2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
Made 228,710.
We can't
Stainless
even get
steel,
super
40
chats for
millimeter.
this, Scratchy. We need to get monetised.
Ah,
We should be getting super chats for this.
yeah. Drop in
Where's
your
it gone?
PayPal, mate. Get them to help you pay for the book.
No, you should need to get you a PayPal set up.
Ah, yeah, I don't need any of that. It's all good.
There's the one. There's the one. Look at this. Look at the production on that.
Only 51. So the Submariner reference 116649 Ember, or EMBR. 2010 it was launched. 51 made, 18 karat gold, 40 millimeter, 3135. So they're all emeralds. Even on the dial.
Yeah, even the bezel, the dial, the markers are emerald, and the bezel's got emerald bezel.
And that's diamonds in the middle of the bracelet, is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You can see that.
I
The
think you'd be worth.
Marcello.
The Marcello, the 116619 LB, launched in 2008. Production
Yeah, that's quite
quality.
low.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. 1360 630, 18 karat white gold, 40 millimeter. Yeah, I thought they would have made more than that of them.
Yeah, the blue dial variants got a lot more. 11,666.
Yeah, the full gold version.
I actually prefer the black. I think the black pops more than the blue. That's just my preference. If I was ever to get a gold sub, that'd be the one I'd like to get.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was only saying that to Archie yesterday on his show, where like they were talking about the bluesies and all that sort of stuff, and I prefer if on the buy metal that I like the black and gold opposed to
Yeah,
the blue.
especially in full gold. I think that really pops, doesn't it?
Yeah,
When you go back to
but
they
they
both
only.
pop, but I just prefer the black.
But did you say they only made what was it, 7,000 of those?
Yeah, the blacks are rarer.
Yeah, 7,113. Patel Philippe. Hulks were never rare. They were just unloved for a while, and then they became popular.
Exactly. It weren't until COVID that Hulk's become popular when they discontinued it
Right,
in
they come
2020.
popular, right? Well, Mikey Cassio. Wow, that's beauty considering the Centrelink all drilled out.
Exactly. Nico will be going off his rocker about having all them centre links drilled out. Where's my white gold? But yeah, I think it's going to be a few more years before we get a new sub variant again.
Yeah, well, I don't
Personally,
know. Look, we all know that Rolex works slowly, and I reckon this one will be out. Will be around. They may bring out a new color range. Because
yeah,
it's coming up to the 75th year anniversary. Is that right? 75th.
yeah. 53 it came out, so in 23 it was 70 years old.
Yeah. So 28 it'll be 75 years.
Yeah, so
So
they might do a 75th one, mightn't they?
yeah, they may
Yeah,
bring out a
I'm getting
one for the
mate.
seven.
I'm going to have to put the phone down.
You're all right, mate. Let me see if I
There we
can.
go.
Back. There we go. Thanks for doing that. That's mate. It looks like a real nice book.
Yeah,
Um,
it's love the silkness on the actual cover is lovely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
you were
not
saying
like
that.
a yeah, it's not like a normally printed. It's just normal print. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the binding bit.
Yeah, well, if you're going to pay all that money, you might as well buy it direct from the
Yeah,
the.
even Madman's ordered one straight from
Oh,
them.
did he? Yeah.
Yeah,
I looked at it last night after you were discussing it, and in Australia, it's 200 and I want to say $263 in
it
Australian
was
dollars.
bang. It's bang on £100 for the UK.
No, okay. Yeah, well, you got to buy it from the UK. Um,
How much is
but,
shipping to Australia? I can always get you on and ship it.
yeah,
How much
I
is
don't think there'd be.
£100 in dollars? Is that like
Um,
$200? Is it?
yeah, just over $200. Yeah. So
Yeah, because
even
Amazon didn't. Because when Madman checked on Amazon, Amazon Australia didn't even have the book listed.
oh no, I found it on Amazon Australia last night.
Yeah,
Yep, I found it on Amazon Australia, a couple of different websites. I can't remember what they were, um, and they were cheaper. But I remember what you said about the limited edition and the silk binding and alike.
yeah.
So when you look at buying it directly from is it Wallpaper Stone? Yeah, I think it was about $263 or something. So, but you know, looks like a great book. Mikey Cassio, even being factory set, never really a fan of stone set watches. The bezel, adorbed, right? Um, look, I'm either way. Sometimes they look nice with the bezels and the factory set diamonds, and then other times it's a bit gory. But I understand what you're saying.
Uh,
Here's Patel Philippe. The silk edition, I think, is the only available one from the UK seller. Yeah, that's what Skyson was saying. So if you buy it from the UK seller, is the limited edition, and it's the silk version. So if you're going to spend that sort of money, because even the other ones, from Amazon and a couple of the other
yeah,
sites
I
in
found a
Australia.
couple on eBay as well that were like £68 and £74.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, these ones were ranging between sort of that 170 mark to the 200 sort of mark.
Yeah,
But if you're going to spend that sort of money, the extra $50 is in or there, really, isn't it?
I think it's worth it,
Yeah.
personally.
No, so do I. Tan says Amazon doesn't have it available until October. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well, I saw it on there. I didn't go to buy it, but I just saw it advertised on Amazon. But I didn't even go into it. I actually looked for the wallpaper stone because I thought, well, if you're going to buy one, that's the one to buy.
yeah, because I originally ordered on Amazon and then I cancelled it, and because they weren't shipping till like sometime in October, they weren't even given a exact date.
Oh, okay.
And I even heard it could be December by the time you get your book. So I was like, fuck that. I cancelled it and then ordered it Sunday night, and it turned up Tuesday morning.
Beautiful. Well, it looks like a lovely book, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for revealing it
Shitload
on
of
here.
reading. Shitload of reading now, Scratchy.
Yeah, that's right, mate. In your downtime, you can sit there and you should, by the end of it, you should be an oracle on all Submariner. We'll have to come
I
to you
wouldn't
with
say
all our
that.
Submariner questions.
Yeah, I have to get bullet points made on it.
At least, I wouldn't put maybe little bits of paper in there, just little tags, so you don't, you know which page to go to.
Yeah, print off bullet points and get the old highlighter out, highlight the bits.
Yeah. Well, you could use it as a showpiece. Maybe get like a perspex or a glass case and sit it up there nicely. Display it.
So,
Mm.
yeah, I'm happy with it so far.
No, it looks like a beautiful book, mate. Congratulations.
At
I
least I
mean,
got you your first unboxing.
yes, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And
We'll have to get you monetised before we do the next one.
oh yeah, that's okay.
We need to start getting
Listen,
people to stick your link.
yeah, mate. At the moment, look, I'm still learning, and I'm just coming on to have a bit of fun at this point.
I have to copy and paste the link, and when I go on JJ's and Archie's and Marcello's, I can start putting
Yeah,
the
look,
link out.
the likes of JJ and Curly and Tan and all that have been really good in supporting and sort of helping direct people to the show. So
Yeah,
it's been
she was on.
fantastic.
Was it 77 on Saturday? Wasn't it? Subscribers.
Yeah, it was on 77, and then I think it's gone up to 85. I want to say.
Oh,
But we got from the last show, which you were on. We got I can't remember now. I think it was like over 200 views, which was I was really happy with.
can't complain at that.
No, I can't complain. You know what I mean? Um, just
Because
the fact that anybody's listening to me, I'm happy for. Really, you know what I mean? It's just a bit of fun for me. So
it's fun. No red meat toxicity.
yeah, that's right. Patel Philippe Skies, and I'll be doing a show around 6 p.m. UK time on Archie. We'll talk some of the numbers if you'd like to hop on and show the book, and it'd be great to help if you're around, mate.
Yeah, I'm always around because obviously being a cripple in a wheelchair from a motocross accident,
Yep.
I had to retire at 45 because obviously I've not been out of work since being in the wheelchair.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah,
that's
well,
why I've gone deep into streams because that's all I've got all day long. I like
at
coming on
least,
the panels because I've got no communication with people.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're always welcome here, mate. I mean, I love talking to you. So, um,
So it's funny,
and
since
yeah,
become
sorry.
disabled, the amount of friends that have slowly drifted away. And now I've got one
Yeah,
true friend that rings me every week to say how I am. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Well,
That's just life, and you It ain't until you have something life changing that you realise who your real friends are.
Yeah, but the other thing too is like, when just think about when you change jobs, you got good mates and, you're all together and, you see each other each day and then you go and get a new job and slowly but surely those people sort of fade away. It's just, you're sort of
Yeah.
just not around, I guess. You know what I mean? So things change, but mate, you're always
And
welcome here.
so I've made quite a few friends since coming on the
Yep.
panels. Obviously,
Well, that's it.
me and Jock have started to get quite close.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, that's the advantage of all these shows, mate. Like everyone comes here for a common interest, comes here for a bit of escapement, and then you meet people and you talk to them off stream, and how good is it? So yeah.
Because
I-
yeah, it got real lonely when I first got my own place and went totally independent on my disability.
yeah. Yeah. I'd imagine. How long have you had your own place for?
Oh, I got that in 2019, and I had the accident in 2018.
Oh, okay. So
But I did
mm,
spend 8 months in hospital.
yep.
Yeah, so I went into hospital on the 7th of April, and I didn't get out of hospital until the end of November.
Geez, that's a long time, isn't it?
It was horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I've got my independence. I'll get what they call a mobility car.
Right.
It's a normal car. It's just got adaptations. Like I've got hand controls for
Oh, yep. Yep.
accelerating and braking.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to have a friend who used to live next door to us, and he had a similar car. And when he would jump into the driver's seat, I'm not sure if you've got something similar. He would hook the wheelchair up, and it would sort of go up and fold up onto the roof.
Now all I've got is a board. It's a board. They call it a slide board, and you
Yep.
put the board under your leg, rest it
Yep.
onto the car seat, and you just transfer yourself across.
Yep.
And then my wheelchair just dismantles. The back
Oh,
comes
okay.
off, the wheels come off, and that goes in the passenger seat next to me.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
people
No,
always
he had the same sort of thing, like as in with the hand controls, but he hooked this. Like he would fold the chair, like you'd have to manually
yeah
fold the chair, and then he would, hook it up somehow. I didn't really pay much attention how he did it, and then he'd press a button inside the car, and it would sort of there was like
hoist it
a
up. Yeah,
like a hoist type thing on top of the roof, and it would go up, and then it would sort of fold up onto the roof, and somehow it would secure itself. I'm not sure exactly how, but yeah, he used to do that, and yeah, yeah, drive along. So I mean, it's good that you can still get around on your own, and you're fairly independent. You know.
because I've got some advantages. At least I ain't got some big mama wanting to give me bed baths. That's quite funny. When I was in hospital, whenever it was the big mamas, I'd already tell them that I've had a bed bath that day. Whenever it was
Yeah,
one of the fit, sexy nurses, I'll be, no, I ain't had a bed bath today yet.
yeah, yeah. Can you get the next nurse? I want the next nurse.
Yeah, the pretty ones. I always get the pretty ones.
uh, but tell Philippe, if you can't, and could you send me some of the production numbers, pages as
No,
photos on WhatsApp, and I can
yeah,
review it
come
on
on.
the show.
Yeah, I'll be on tonight, Tan. I've been enjoying these European streams.
Well, there you go, Tan. You've got a guaranteed assistant.
Yeah, because Marcelo, bless his little cotton socks, when he went
Yep.
on Tan's show yesterday, he got
Right.
everything I told him mixed up the wrong way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was going on about the 5512 being like common and the 5513 being the rare one. I was like, no, obviously it's the other way round.
Other
Because
way
as you
around,
see,
yeah.
the production numbers, trying to explain to him that the 5512 was the chronometer version.
Yep.
Bless his little socks, he got it all muddled up. And I'm like, fuck's sake, Marcelo, you make me look like an idiot now. That I gave you the wrong facts.
I think everyone knows he gets a little bit mixed up now and then. Although he did bring up he brought up a good point in relation to, remember that conversation we were having about the Tudor movements and stuff?
Yeah.
Where he sort of said, really, if Tudor never told you and just did it anyway, you would never know. I guess that's
Exactly.
true.
You would never know.
I never thought about it that way, but I guess they are being honest, and yeah, you probably would never know. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because as far as
you
I
don't
know,
know if
Tudor
you
don't
don't know if the
serialise.
Pelagos, you don't know because the Pelagos is their top of the range. They might
Yeah,
actually service them properly, but all the other models, like the Black Bays, they might just change them out and say no one actually knows until we get ourselves a spy inside.
yeah, that's right. But yeah, I just thought it was, it was a simple point, but I thought it was a valid point. If they never told you, you'd never know. Well, spot on.
But that's the thing now with your modern Rolex and Tudor want them to look like they're brand new all the time.
Yeah, well,
Don't they?
that's the dilemma when like people are buying from the grey or pre-owned market. Everybody wants it to look brand new, so that's why some of these watches have had the bejeebies polished out of them. You know what I mean? If people just accepted that the fact that they're buying a pre-owned watch and it's going to have scratches on it, then a lot of these watches wouldn't be polished to the nth degree. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been noticing trying to find the 14060. So many of them have been polished now.
Yeah.
And I'd
Well,
rather find one that's unpolished with scratches on it. Don't bother me.
yeah. Oh, I think you'd be struggling to find a completely unpolished one. And even if they said unpolished, I bet you it's been polished once or twice.
Yeah, there's polishing and there's polishing. If it's had a light buff, you don't mind. But
Yeah.
if all the lugs are out of shape and they're all different dimensions, you don't want that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it comes down to the skill level, doesn't it? When somebody's skilled at it, they can take the minute sort of level of material off it, and
Yeah, it's
and
the
then there's
machine
others who
polishing
are,
that really wears it away. There's
yeah,
people that still like to hand polish, and
yep,
obviously you don't get as much come off in material wise with hand polishing compared to machine polishing. But yeah, do you know what I done the other day with me Pelagos?
what'd you
I
do?
got I got some Scotch Brite, and because I had a scratch in one of the centre links, and I managed
Yeah,
to get the scratch out, and it looks really good.
and like the Scotch Brite didn't like scratch the bejeebies out of it, or
No, it done a really good job.
oh, okay,
I'll just dig the watch out, and I'll show you the link that I've done. As long as
yeah,
you
that'd be
brush it the right way, because it's a
yep,
brush finish on the links.
yep,
Because
yeah, but
it wasn't a
they're
deep
not that
scratch, but it was because it went across the grain. You could notice it. And where I went
yep,
with the grain,
sort of disappeared.
yeah,
Mm. Here's Mikey Cassio, our resident jeweler, with polishing. It's all in the skill and tooling. Yeah, I agree. Um, you've got to have a certain level of skill, and if you don't, you just take chunks out of the thing. Um, what's Ape saying? Skyzen low key knows a shit ton about watches. Yeah, well, I mean, like, I'm just looking at mine. Mine's on my wrist now. Although it's satin brushed. I can't really see like which way it's. Oh yeah, you sort of can. It's sort of up and down, isn't it?
yeah, it goes from
Goes
top
up
to
and down.
bottom. The brushing.
Yeah.
Let's see how close I can get to it. Yeah, is that link there? I done, and you can see the little scratches, there on the.
Yep.
And that's the link I done, and you can still see the slight scratch there, but
Yep.
it's brought it out a bit more.
No, okay.
So I only gave it a light. I gave it a light going over. I didn't start.
Maybe use one of those, those jewelry polishing cloths.
That really, I got one there. It didn't. Because I read as well. You know the rubbers or erasers. If you get the ones for pens, they work really well on titanium. I read.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't think it's done bad considering when you look at the scratches down this end of it. Like,
yeah, yeah, but like with titanium too, over time, because it tarnishes slightly.
Yeah, because I got a nice dink there.
Oh, there's one there. Yeah, nice big one. Oh, that's good.
But I say this is one I wear daily, so
yeah.
And I don't claim to be no watch expert. I'm just an enthusiast, slowly learning day by day.
Yeah, but you got to put that bezel back on. It looks funny like that.
Yeah, I like it. It's my apocalypse now. Look.
Yeah.
It'd be better if I got a bezel made to go round that, go over it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it looks like something's missing.
From the front, it does, and it looks okay. But when you get the side, when you get the side and see how deep the crystal is.
Crystal is, yeah. And what, you don't like the bezel that's on it?
Yeah, I just done it. So I got bored one day, and I've obviously after seeing the Marlon Brando GMT, where he took the bezel off, being a big Apocalypse Now fan, I thought give it a go. It just pops straight. Yeah, you can pop it straight back on. It's not a problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in my picture there, you can see it's with a bezel on.
Yep. Yeah. Well, me personally, I like it with the bezel on, but each to their own.
I've got my FXD with a bezel on, so I'll mix and match anyhow.
Maybe try swapping the bezels.
Yeah, I do like the blue. Yeah.
Bit of contrast.
You know what else I've realised? You could turn the FXD into a left-handed version by swapping the dial from top to bottom.
Like as long as around.
Yeah, as long as the screws fit the same way, you could literally flip it and have a left-handed FXD.
Yeah, well, I guess
because you've not got the date either to worry about, have you?
No. Not in your version, but mine I've got the date. So Mikey Cassio says you can have all the skill in the world if you ain't got the right tooling and machinery. The end result will be a bodge or looks like a dog's dinner.
Exactly. But so I don't mind practicing on my LHD. So it's my beater. I beat it up. You can see the scratches in it.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's your watch, and do what you want with it. That's the advantage to it. Brian Tony, is this a Premier replay like Watch Nicholas does? No, no, it's not. It's all live, Brian. It's all live. I came on here because of you, Brian. You asked for a show to be done by Marcelo, me, or Angelic, so I thought, why not? I'll do it. You were the one that inspired me, Brian. So here we are. Brian's got another comment. Some of the lads, Floodland, Magpie, were asking if Marcelo and Archie are going to New York next month. Well, I think Archie's ruled it out straight out. He's not going.
I think Marcelo has as well.
Yeah, I think Marcelo's 90%. He said he'd ruled it out, and then I saw him talking to I want to say it was Jamie, and Jamie was giving him, flights and all that sort of stuff, and and made a little bit of a slip up. Said, "Oh, you can stay with me." Oh no, I retract it. I retract it. He goes, "No, no, no, no. I'll find you some accommodation." So he sort of seemed a little bit keen then, but I think he's waning again. It's just too expensive.
I'm hopefully going to go next year to New York.
Yeah, to the watch
Yeah,
time. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that'll be great.
yeah, go with Jock next year because we're both
Yep.
planning to go this year. But you know how things goes. Get these
Yeah, that's right.
unexpected bills and shit, and
Yep.
especially for me because I live on basic disability money, so
Yep.
I'm not mega rich.
Ah, just like the rest of us, mate.
Oh,
Uh,
I was up
yeah.
until I had the accident and got divorced from the boy's mum.
Oh, yep.
She ended up with a £500,000 house down in Kent by the sea.
Oh, beautiful.
But yeah, she done all right out of it.
Yeah. Well.
So after the divorce, I was like almost £1 million down.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of money.
Exactly. I should have took
Right.
my advice off of one of my best mates. He goes,
Yeah.
if you're ever going to get divorced, you might as well go and find the prettiest woman in the street and give her half your money. At least you know you ain't suffering. At least you know you go to a pretty one. That
Yeah.
was his excuse.
Yeah. Or another way of looking at it. Um, but you know what? Like I find a bit of enjoyment about the fact that the whole journey of saving for something and doesn't matter how much time it takes you. If it takes you a month or it takes you a year or it takes you longer. Um, that's part of the journey of doing what you want, and then when you get it, you're a bit more. I don't know if the word appreciative is probably the word, but a bit more excited because of the amount of work and the amount of time that you've put into it.
Yeah,
Um,
I believe in that philosophy. Like
yeah.
when I was young, I used to be big into my cars.
Yep.
And I had a few RS models.
Right.
I had the RS 2000 Mark V edition, which they brought out in '92,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I had a Fiesta Turbo as well. The RS Fiesta Turbo. I don't know if you ever had them in Australia.
We definitely had the Fiesta, but I don't know if we had the turbo model. To be honest.
Yeah, the RS Turbo. I had one of them.
No. Okay. One of them with a
Uh,
turbo in it must have moved pretty quick.
plus, I had it all I had 300 horsepower in there. I had it
Oh
all
Jesus!
remapped. I had a Cosworth intercooler on it. I had a
Oh,
Cosworth turbo instead of the Fiesta turbo on it. I had the Garrett T3 instead of a T2. It's
yeah.
an absolute monster. It even wheel spin at 150 mile an hour, Scratchy.
Jeez, it sounds like a dangerous car to drive, mate.
Being front wheel drive as well, it used to lift. So at 155, you couldn't steer it. You had no
Shit.
steering.
Oh, right. That
Yeah.
sounds a bit too scary for me, mate. I drive a dual cab Ute that's you know it's not going anywhere quick anyway.
I say, it only weighed 800 kilo as well. 800 kilo, 300 brake horsepower.
Oh
So,
jeez.
yeah, that was in 94. I had that.
Wow. I remember years and years ago, probably late 80s, I want to say. The big car going around around here was, of course, they were cheap but super fast. Was the Suzuki Swift GDI turbo thing? Do you remember? I don't know if you had
Yeah,
them over there.
yeah, we had there was a 1300 twin cam. Used to rev to like 8,000 RPM.
Yeah,
Suzuki Swifts we had.
they were little power rockets, and they were dirt cheap in like over here. Mate, people were buying them left, right, and centre, but they
Did you
disappeared
ever have
quick.
the Did you ever have the Cosworths? I know you had
No, I don't. I don't. I know the car that you're talking about, and they brought it across for the Ford Cosworth for Bathurst.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
1 or 2 years, I think, and they blitzed it. They won.
yeah. They was all moaning,
Right?
weren't they, about the 2 litre Sierra Cosworth having 650 horsepower.
Yeah. Well, they won the race. Like and Bathurst has always been renowned for V8s. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
those Ford Cosworths come across and won. And I want to say they won 2 years in a row, but
yeah, 89 and 90, I think.
yeah.
Andy Rouse, and who's the other one?
Oh, no, I can't think of it.
There's
Was
a
it? Was
company
it?
in the UK.
It wasn't. Uh, Dick Johnson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had the Texaco livery
Yeah,
on
I,
it.
I want to say Dick Johnson, but
Yeah,
don't
Rouse had
quote
the
me.
Labatt's livery on his one, the blue Labatt's, and the other one was the black and red Texaco one.
Yeah. Here's a comment by Brian. Hi everyone on the panel and chat. Thanks, Mike Cassio. Thought Scratchy only did one show a week. Yep, I only do one show a week, but you inspired me, Brian. You inspired me. There was nothing else going, so I thought, why not? Hence the byline on the title of the show. Why not? So here we are. But yeah, I remember those Cosworths, but I don't remember them being in production here.
You might have had a couple imported over. It was
Yeah,
like
there
with the
might have been.
Escort,
Yeah, there might have been some,
Cosworth.
but
There's
I
a
don't
couple
remember.
imported to the United States as well, the Escort Cosworth.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't remember them like being for sale here.
Yeah, there's my dream car when I was a kid in 1986.
No, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was 14. Yeah, I was 14 then
Oh
in
okay.
'86.
Well,
Yeah,
my little one, he's 16 now, and he says, I said, mate, next year you get your license. Your mother and I will help you. Get a car. And he's like, okay, yeah, he's pretty keen. And he starts bringing me pictures of Ford Mustangs, and I go, nah, you need to whale it back, mate. We're not spending that sort of money for your first car. Like,
it's like my youngest. He's named Enzo, and when I
right.
told him about Enzo Ferrari, and then he found out that Ferrari made an Enzo after him, he goes, "Dad, I want that car when I can drive because it's named after me."
Oh yeah, there's a $500,000.
Oh, they're like over $1 million now in the UK.
Oh wow. Well, that's two. If they're over $1 million there, that's $2 million here. So
But yeah, he loves the fact that he's called Enzo after
yeah.
Ferrari.
Well, that might be something that he can aspire to, but
And I went, "Yeah, your mum's getting you that one."
yeah, that's right. For my little one, we won't be buying him a V8 Ford Mustang. I'll tell you right now, because they're about I think the cheapest one is like $80,000 here.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So
You can get them in the UK here for like mid 20s.
yeah, the problem is in Australia with cars is we've got an import tax, right? The luxury import tax. So
Yeah.
that gets put on. Obviously, you've got GST that goes onto it. There's because we're Australia's in the middle of nowhere, exporting and all the transfer costs are through the roof, and cars are just expensive here. Like
Yeah, because there's a lot of JDM in Australia, isn't there?
what do you mean, like as in Japanese made cars?
Yeah, and obviously imported from Japan because they only keep their cars for 3 years and then they get imported off.
Yeah, there is some of that. They they've got the only the JDM models, but a lot of them are I don't know what they're called, but a lot of like vans and certain sports cars that sort of weren't released here. But we get obviously a lot of Japanese cars anyway. So
Yeah,
you'd have
because
to be.
we all drive on the correct side of the road, not like these Americans and Canadians that will drive on the wrong side of the road. Do you know
Wrong
what I
side
mean?
of the road. Yeah, yeah. I always wondered why that happened, and then I watched a documentary about it, which explained it pretty easy, and then I've forgotten why. Brian says, "Would either of you buy the new hybrid BYD, which is that's what do they call it? I can't remember. I know the one you're talking about, the electric one, Shark Ute. Maybe you can pull it up on screen. Um, uh, Something your dreams, isn't it? Bring your dreams or beyond your dreams. Hang on. We don't have the Ute yet. There's no way. We've got the cars. Let me see if I can find a photo of it. Images. Oh, geez, looks all right. Let me have a look. Picture of this. Present. There we go. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's come up on big screen.
Yep. So, look, it looks nice. I'd be interested in what it could pull. Well, this bloke here, look, he's an Australian dude. So maybe it is here. I've got a dual cab Ute only for the fact that I need to pull the boat. Let's see if we can see if it says what it pulls. Details confirmed, including payload, towing, and performance of a 320 kilowatt plug-in hybrid. 1.5 litre turbocharged, 4-cylinder combustion engine, 2 electric motors. So it features an advanced petrol-electric powertrain. Oh, so it's still got a petrol engine in it. A 1.5 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder combustion engine with 2 electric motors, one on each axle. So it's not completely electric.
Yeah, it's not full EV, it's hybrid.
Yeah, it's like a hybrid. Looks nice though. Does it say how much it is? I bet you'd be worth a pretty penny in Australia. Well, there you go. Like the capacity's not much though. So brake towing is only 2,500 kilos, 2.5 ton.
That's the problem with the weight of these electric vehicles. The actual towing capacity is quite low still.
Yeah, 2.5 ton for me wouldn't cut it. Because the boat dries 2 ton. By the time you put petrol and all your gear into it, 2.5 ton won't do it. But it looks like a nice car.
Yeah, we call them pickups, obviously in the UK.
Oh, okay. We call them dual cab. Anything with the bed in the back of it, we call a ute.
Yeah. I remember that from when Neighbours first come over here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because Neighbours is big over there, wasn't it?
Oh, it was massive when it first came over in 1985.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill. Thanks for that. Build your dreams. That was it.
But yeah, there's a few Maloos over here. Utes.
Beg your pardon?
You know the Maloo
Oh yeah, the
Utes?
Maloo U,
There's a
the Holden
few of
Maloo
them.
U. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of them over here. Because I
Are
watch a
they?
program called Bangers and Cash, and it's an auction house that auction cars, and they had one for auction. I think it only went for like 30,000.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah, I think it was an 06 plate one. I think it was.
are they like badged as Holden Commodore over there, or
Yeah,
yeah?
or is it under
Uh,
the Vauxhall? It might be under Vauxhall because we had the Holden. What one was it that came up? Monaro. We had the Holden
Holden,
Monaro
yeah.
come over
Holden.
with Vauxhall.
Oh,
Was the first one.
right. Well, then that's
Obviously, it's all yeah, because
yeah.
Vauxhall Opel's all part of GM, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I know.
And
I
part of
think
Holden.
in America they were labelled as Pontiacs,
Yeah,
like the Holden Commodore, just the like the we call it the SSV, they or HSV, the Holden Special Vehicles. I think in America they were listed as Pontiac.
yeah. There's like that. Yeah, there's only about 35 grand when they first got released in the UK for a V8.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. I mean, like, look, Commodores, the standard Commodore when they first came out were like, low to mid 20s, and then based on the spec. And I remember I bought a brand new Commodore V8, 5 speed, um, brand new in 1994. Being the V8, it was sort of wasn't the base model. And I think I paid like $27,000 for it back then.
Yeah, that'd be quite
28,000.
cheap.
Yeah, 28,000 dollars. I want to say something similar.
Yeah, it's only
Um,
like 15, 16 grand in sterling.
but they went like a rocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because everyone from the UK, obviously, big Mad Max fans with the old Falcon, the Ford Falcon.
Oh yeah, the Ford Falcon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, here's Bill. Ford is bringing out an electric Ranger. Look that up too, Scratchy. All right, we can have a look at that. Um,
yeah, we've got the Explorer over here now, the electric Explorer, and the
that's
Mustang
that's like
E-Mac.
the 4-wheel drive type one.
Yeah, and there's a Mustang one SUV called the E-Mac also, the
Oh, okay.
E-Mustang that we got over here.
All right, let me just trying to have a look for this Ford. So this is the one that I can see, Bill. I don't think it's full electric either. I think it's a hybrid. Is this the one you're talking about? The new range plug-in hybrid. More power to you. Nice colour. I mean, in Australia, these dual cab utes are everywhere. Like, everybody's got a dual cab ute.
Do you get the Volkswagen
Yeah.
Amaroks?
Amarok, yep.
Yeah, I like
100.
them. I think they're nice.
Yeah, oh, they're beautiful, but like, they just become quite
Big,
expensive, the
big
Amaroks.
butts, yeah.
Yeah. I've oh, there you go. Oh, look at that with the like the big screen in them. They're all coming out with these big screens now, aren't they?
Yeah, my Skoda's got one of them in it, one of them big touchscreens.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw the Subaru Outback. They've got the same sort of thing now too. A Wild Track. That the next door neighbour, he's got a Wild Track, Ford Wild Track. They're pretty fast too. He doesn't have this model, but they go pretty good. I've only got you got Mitsubishi over there, I assume.
Yeah, we have Mitsubishi. The
Yeah, so
L200s. The L200s it was. Pickups. I don't
oh,
know if a
okay, yes,
different
yeah.
model name.
I think they're called L200 overseas. Here they're just called a Mitsubishi Triton. I've just got one of them to help pull the boat around. Mikey says off again. We'll try and tap into the Euro show. All right,
I hopefully
Mikey.
catch you later, Mikey.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate you coming on. Bill says that they carry a heavy battery around. Well, I mean, they're big, heavy cars anyway. These Fords, like they're 2 ton plus. So presumably, if you're going to add a battery on it, they're probably closer to more, the 2.5 ton. So I guess that the hybrid engine better be working all right, because otherwise the fuel economy will go, north.
I read an article the other day, Scratchy, about in Australia they're bringing out a professional license for high performance vehicles.
Not that I'm aware of. Where were you reading that?
I'm trying to think what article I read it from, but yeah, it's saying about Australia. They're thinking about bringing in after a kid got killed by a Lamborghini a couple of years ago.
Oh, no. Look, there
Yeah,
may, there may be, something in the works, but I haven't heard of it.
So that's why I thought I'd bring that up. Because you don't know how true these articles are.
There was we had a stage probably at least 10 years ago where a lot of the younger drivers, the young sort of under 21s, were having sort of really big sort of car accidents. And so now what they, like when I went to get my driver's license, you went and got your L's and you sort of drove around with mum and dad and, sort of learnt to drive. And then when they thought you were good enough, you went to do a test and got your license and off you went.
You got your
Well, now,
P's, didn't you? You had P plates, didn't you, after you
yeah,
passed for 2 years? You had to have your
for,
P's up, didn't you?
yeah, when I did it was 1 year. So now they've got to do a minimum of 120 hours of driving on their L's, and they've got to do so many hours at night time, so many hours in the rain, so many hours in the dry, like in the day, that sort of stuff. And then when they come out, they get what's called a red P. That goes for 12 months. Then they've got to go back and do another written exam. Then they go on their green P, which
Yeah.
lasts a further 2 years, which also limits them to, not going as fast as everybody else. It's only by 10 kilometres, but it just keeps them a bit slower. So I think, authorities have done that to minimise the accidents. And they also can't, like when I was a kid, you were 17 years old, and if you wanted to go out and buy a V8, whatever, didn't matter the power, you could go out and buy it. But the whilst you're on your P's now, there's a power to weight ratio built into the license system, and they're not allowed to drive high performance vehicles.
Yeah, they've done that with a motorbike test over here in the UK, because you could do
Same
your
here,
test. You could do your bike test at 17 and jump straight on a 1000cc death machine. And the thing is, if you're not experienced at riding, you are going to put yourself in a wooden box.
Well, so even with the like again, when I was at my age, when I went to get a motorbike license, you used to go up and get your L's, and they'd say, you do like a written test, and they'd say, okay, there's your L's, and you jump on your motorbike and you'd ride around until you thought you're good enough, and then you would come back and say, I want to get my full license, and they would say, oh, okay, drive around the block for me, or when you come back, I want you to do this, do a circle. Okay, there you go. Well, now they've got to do, before you even get your L's, you've got to do a 5-day, they call it, I think they call it the upright course. So it's
Yeah,
like a safety course. around riding motorbikes. You've
Yeah,
got to
we've got
pass that
CB. It's
first.
called CBT here. You have to do that before they let you ride on the road now.
Yeah, yeah. So they show that you've got some sort of proficiency. They show you how to change the gears and weave between cones and stop at a certain distance at a certain speed and all that sort of stuff. And then once you do your L's, again you've got to do so many hours of driving. Driving and then or riding, and then you've got to go back and do your P's test, which again is I want to say it's a 3-day course where they test them on, their riding ability and that they're safe enough to ride around on the roads. So, I guess all that sort of stuff is improving. What's Brian saying here? Scratchy, when you / your family buy a new car / used, do you pay the price the sales manager says at the first go, or do you negotiate? Nah, 100% we
Negotiate.
negotiate. There's no, although since COVID, they won't negotiate with you. If you're going to buy a brand new car now, here in Australia, they're like, nah, fixed price. That's it. And I just sort of said to the bloke, well, you can say that whilst there's been a shortage of cars, eventually you're going to have, an abundance of cars again. And remember that when I come back, because I'll just wait. But
Yeah, so we even have waiting lists here in the UK for new cars in COVID. I had to wait 9 months to get my car, the one I got now.
Well, Toyota's still got a pretty big waiting list. I think you're waiting 12 months for, a car.
And
But
like used cars were selling for more than new cars when
yeah,
COVID was here. The
same
second-hand
here.
market on used cars was ridiculous.
Yeah, same thing here.
You're paying
Um,
like for a year-old car $5,000 more than a new car.
yeah, yeah. The same thing was here. I mean, a friend of mine, they had a 3-year-old car. Essentially, they sold it for 1,000 or two more than what they bought it for. And then they just went out and bought the new version. Kept a couple of grand in their pocket. They had another spare car, so and they just waited the 8 or 9 months to get the new car. But a lot of that now is starting to dissipate.
Yeah,
The
it's
waiting.
corrected itself now.
Yeah, yeah. We bought a car for my wife about, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago now, and mate, we didn't wait at all. They were like, "Yep, we've got one in stock, no problem."
Yeah, it's like when I ordered my Golf. When I first had the accident, I ordered the Golf in 2019 January, and by 3 weeks, they're
Mm.
ringing me up saying, "Oh, your car's here, your new car."
No, okay.
And when I had to change it over in 2022, it's
Yep.
like a 9 month wait.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Well, I mean, we went to have a look at I think they're called the Toyota RAV4, and
Yeah, we got them ones here.
yep, and I said to the bloke, like, "Do you have any in stock, or how? What's the wait? Because otherwise, why am I talking to you?" Sort of thing. And he said, "Mate, unfortunately, it's going to be an 18-month to 2-year wait." I said, "Oh, all right. Have a great day." Like,
And they blamed it all on microchips as well. There weren't enough chips being produced. That is the
yeah,
excuse we got here in the UK.
yeah. No, we got the similar excuses, but look, there must have been some issue. But now that all the you know they're all coming back, I'd say cars will start getting cheaper here a bit. But they're never gonna drop them too much. Bill says all the other brands, Toyota, Isuzu, BT50, Triton, all have drum brakes rear. Why scratchy? Why? I'd say that drum brakes are just reliable, cheap.
No, it's cheap. They're cheap, a lot cheaper than
Yeah,
disc brakes, rear disc
yeah, they're
brakes.
just cheap. Yeah. So, but like I've had to change my car's a 2000 and December 2019, and I've had to change the front discs once, like as in the brakes, and the drum brakes are fine. So
Yeah, they're using softer metal now on the discs, so they wear quicker.
yep. Well, on my daughter's Golf, she's got a Golf, and you've got to replace the rotor when you replace the brakes.
No, I've never had that. I've had a few Golfs. I had a Mark II 1800 16 valve GTI. It was my first Golf.
Yep.
Then I had the Mark III GTI Golf, and they were all disc brakes on the rear. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, my
Yeah.
Fiesta Turbo weren't. That was drum. They had drums on the back of the Fiesta Turbo.
Yeah.
But my RS 2000 had discs at the rear.
I just thought it was, like why you have to replace the like the disc itself. I can't think of the name of it. As well as the pads. Like it just becomes
It all
the
depends on
rotor.
how much
The
they've
rotor.
worn, isn't it?
The rotor. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're saying here, that they're going to be replaced as well. I'm like, oh wow.
It depends how much wears on the actual rotor.
Yeah, well, I mean, she drives it like it's a race car anyway, Tip: always ask the sales manager immediately. Don't waste time with a salesman. Be prepared to be at the dealership for 19 to 120 minutes. Does his fake walk a couple of times in the back room? Yeah, look, I spent a couple of hours when I bought my Mitsubishi Triton, and it was asking price of 41,900. I think it was. Drive away. I ended up telling them able to get the tow pack and the windows tinted. And it
Free
was a
mats.
drive.
Always
Yeah,
get your
Matt.
free mat try out of the bastards.
Oh yeah, mate. I don't get a car unless I get free mats and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I'll say I
Um,
worked in the motor trade for quite a few years, and the best
yep.
time to go and get a car, to buy a car, is just before their sales quotas have to go in.
Yeah, at the end of the month.
Towards the
Yeah.
end of the month. Don't
Yep.
go at the beginning of the month because they will sting you.
Yep. Well, back then I was able to get the car for 33,400 drive away. So, I got a fair bit off, which was good at the time. But I think those days are gone. Bill says, "What do you have? Did you get it new?" Bill, I take it you're talking about the wife's car that I bought. The wife chose a Subaru Forester. The I don't know. I think they call it the luxury pack or the luxury model or whatever it is. The one with the leather seats and stuff. She loves it. That's her third Forester. She's had 3 Foresters since we've been married. She loves them, and they've always been reliable. So can't say anything about she likes them, so I keep buying them. You know what I mean?
Subaru are good for their reliability, aren't they?
The reliability, the all-wheel drive system is second to none. I mean, that system will come when it comes up to 30 years old. I think the other manufacturers are allowed to use it, but at the moment, it's solo to them, and their all-wheel drive is a true all-wheel drive. It's not like Toyotas
Yes.
or Nissans where they're
Or
rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, and then if they lose traction, the back kick in.
yeah, they call that the Haldex. That's what my Audi Quattro had, was the Haldex. I
Yeah.
had an A3 Quattro,
Oh, right.
the
Sounds like rough fun.
1820 valve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, it don't kick in until it realises you lost grip at the front.
Yeah.
And say
Yeah.
always
Well,
driving. They're cheaper for fuel economy because obviously you're only driving your front wheels. That's the only
Yeah,
advantage with the Haldex system.
yeah. I think too when like with tires, they like generally when I go to replace the tires, obviously if it's not rear wheel drive or a front wheel drive car, I'm not replacing two. I've got to replace all four. But um, that's little price to pay. Like she feels safe in it, and it's really good in the wet and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah,
got
I'll
no
definitely
complaints.
say that the advantage of four-wheel drive in the wet is unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah. So and it makes it feel safer. So she likes the car, we buy it. At the end of the day, she's the boss. Mikey Cassio, all good, scratchy, good little watch and wheels chat. Still lurking and listening unless signal drops out. Won't be home till 6 or 7. All right, mate. Thanks for dropping in and participating, and just hang around listening, I guess.
I like Mikey. I like his
Yeah,
good
well,
down to earth,
I
real
remember.
East End London bloke.
Yeah, well, I remember the first time I saw him do a Gonzo was through London, showing us some watches and stuff. He jumped on.
Yeah.
I think it was the Lux show that back then. He jumped on the Luxy show at night time and showing us around London. Bill, which Triton? I'm looking at getting the GLS. I didn't get the GLS. I got the what's called the GLS. Sorry, GLX, as in for X-ray plus. And the reason that I got that, I could have got the GLS. It was only about. I think the GLS was because that's the top of the range, the leather seats and all the rest of it. It was only about $6,000 more, I want to say. But the reason that I didn't get it was because I actually got this boat. Oh, sorry, I got the car to pull the boat. And when you're getting, coming from the boat, the GLX has like I don't know what the flooring is, like a vinyl flooring with the rubber mats and stuff. You get a lot of sand and dirt and mess and all that sort of stuff. So I just stuck with the GLX, and the Plus version just came with a couple of extras, couple of safety extras, the eyesight, assist, it sort of helps stop and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's what I got, the GLX Plus. So look, it's a good car. It was cheap enough. It was, the nearest dual cab ute in Australia back then was the Ford Ranger base model, and it was $20,000 difference. It was 53,990 drive away. So it was a $20,000 difference. So for $20,000, I was prepared to take the Mitsubishi. First Mitsubishi I've owned, but look, it's been good. It's never missed a beat, so I can't complain. What's this? YouTube. Mikey, I'd like to pull it up, but I don't know how. Can I copy this somehow? No. I'm going to have to learn how to pull up links. I think in the last show somebody pulled a link up and I didn't know how to do it. But still learning. So, but yeah, I can't complain. And it pulls the boat comfortably. The Mitsubishi. It has a 3.1 tow, and it'll take 300 kilos of tow ball pressure, which the boat is about. I want to say the boat is about 200, 180, 200. So, but the Mitsubishi does it simple, no problem.
I'm
Sometimes you wouldn't
guessing.
even know.
I'm guessing having moorings are quite expensive out in Oz.
Depends
Don't
where you go. Like if you're talking Sydney Harbour, or like a bit north there, Mooney and that. Yeah, real expensive, like so dear. You know, For a little boat like mine, you'd probably be talking, in Sydney Harbour, you'd be talking, $20,000 a year just to moor it. And but then I've got a cousin who lives 3 hours down the coast, and if you want to moor a boat down there, it's about $700 a year.
Yeah, you don't mind paying them sort of prices, but
Yeah.
$20,000 is a bit much.
Sydney, mate, in Sydney Harbour, that would be the cheapest. Some of them are probably paying far more, like especially some of those big boats that they're putting in the marinas and that. Mate, they'd be
Yeah,
paying big dollars.
it's like on the south coast of the UK.
Yeah,
Anywhere from Sussex right down to Cornwall, you're looking at big bucks for moorings.
yeah. Look,
Because I'm on the Thames estuary. I
yep.
live I live about 20 minutes away from Southend-on-Sea, which is famous for the longest pleasure pier in the world. And
Oh,
even
okay.
there's cheaper marinas and
Yep.
there's more expensive ones.
Yeah. Look, there's ups and downs with mooring your boat.
Yeah,
If
you
you
have to have
moor
it
it,
out every couple of years an anti-foul, don't you, if you've got it moored in the water
well,
all the
yeah,
time?
really, probably each year you got to get it out and you got to anti-foul it, and like once it's get somebody to dry dock it for all that, it becomes expensive. That's why, like, my boat's only a 21 foot, which is about 6.1 meters, I think it is. It's a deep sea boat, so it's quite a sort of big boat. It's got a big deep V hull, and it's got a baffle system built into it. So when you pull up, when the boat stops, the hull fills up with water to make
Yeah,
it stable, so that it doesn't rock back and forwards. Yeah, look, I'm happy with it. It's a good boat, but I keep it on a trailer. It's parked out the front and with a cover over it, and when I want to use it, I hook it up to the back of the car, and we drive to wherever we want to go.
and just launch it.
Yeah, that's right. Like for me, I can drive it down to the Parramatta River, which will take me straight into Sydney Harbour, and I'd be under the bridge in 25 minutes. And then from the bridge to out of the heads to go like out to sea is only
Yeah,
probably another 10 minutes. So in half an hour I can be you know out to sea with it. And I've got a couple of mates who've got the same make of boat, and they're taking it 50 k's offshore. So it's more than capable to do that sort of stuff. But
you got outboards or inboards?
outboard, I've got an outboard. Yeah, the inboards, I don't like them. They take up too much room in the boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In a boat, there's real estate is everything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
so when you go put an inboard, 3 litre marine engine in it or something like that, and just takes up too much room. So I've got a XL Suzuki 150
Horse.
uh, horsepower. So
Yeah,
look, it can take up to 200. Um, and you really don't want to go that fast. Well, I don't anyway. But it's mainly for when you go out deep sea. If you got a 200, when you got wind against tide sort of thing, you can sort of move a bit quicker. But for me, the 150 is fine, and
yeah.
I don't have to pay the extra petrol costs.
I used to do this thing called the Dockland Scout Project up at the Canary Wharf before it all got developed, and we used
Right?
to run rescue boats. Don't know if you know the dory style boats.
No, I don't.
They're like they're flat bottom, but
Oh,
you've
yep.
got the ridges on the bottom of the keels. but it's like you haven't got like a whole kill. It's like a flat style, and you're
Oh,
only
okay.
meant to put 15 horsepower on them.
Oh,
Like
right.
the
Yep,
max.
yep.
Yeah, I stuck a 45 on it once, and I had to have
Oh,
3 people at the front so I could
just
sit
to
on
keep
the
it down.
plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a rescue boat, we weren't limited by speed limit because it was
Oh,
only
okay.
a 10 knots on in the actual docks.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Well,
it was
look,
put
you know,
down.
even mine on a flat, bit of water or whatever, it'll get up to 70. You know, in between 70 and 75 kilometers an hour on the water. Like it's moving, quite comfortably. Um, yeah, but you start hitting waves at that sort of,
Yeah.
speed or whatever, mate. The thing flies in the air, and there's no suspension in a boat. I'll
No,
tell you right.
I've done. Have you heard of the Zap Cats?
Are they those little fast
Yeah.
things?
Yeah,
Yep.
I used to do that, race them.
Oh
Like
wow.
down in Cornwall, you'd hit like 6 foot swells doing 45 knots, and it used to hurt when you used
Oh,
to
okay.
land.
I watched those little ones. They do it in Australia here, and they're like on a little track, like a little. They
Yeah,
just dig it out of the ground and fill it up with water, you know, and they're doing, high speeds in this little track, and it's turning at a 90-degree angle, and some of it ending up on the grass and all the rest of it. Mate, that's mate, like I'd imagine doing that would be crazy.
that's like down in New Zealand with the jet boats.
Yeah, I think these things are some sort of like jet boat things. They don't have a propeller; they've just got a
Yeah, they
water.
run. Yeah, they have an impeller, don't they, and jet the water through.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But these things are doing like I don't know. Can't tell you the speeds, but they're flying. Brian says, Scratchy, have you seen the YouTuber a new? I can't even say that last name. Lives in Glenhaven. New boat. Dude owns a cleaning business and has 5 supercars, about $100 million net worth. No, no, I haven't seen him at all. But to live in Glenhaven in Sydney is not cheap either. So, um, Brian, I think you're in America, if I remember correctly. Um, yeah, to live in Glenhaven, you couldn't buy a house in Glenhaven. Um, I don't reckon, you know, close to $2 million. I don't think you'd get much. If anything, there'd be under $2 million in around there. So, um, which is
How's
funny
the
because
King, how's the King's Cross district in Sydney now? Because it used to be really rough.
yeah, no, they did what's called the lockout laws. I don't know if you heard about them over your way. Um, they essentially shut all the businesses down at 1 a.m. because it used to be all 24 hours back then.
Yeah,
When I was a kid, and they shut them all down at 1 a.m. Which most clubs, even in the suburbs, will go to 3 a.m. All the nightclubs and all that sort of stuff. So it pushed a lot of people away. Um, then they tried to wind it back a little bit, but it's never really recovered. It's nothing like it used to be. Like it used to be King's Cross was a crazy place back in the 80s and 90s.
a bit like the English King's Cross.
No, okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
now it's look, it's still got a bit of red light district to it, but it's nothing to what it used to be. A lot of those.
Has it turned? Because like the King's Cross in the UK now has turned really hipster.
Yeah, well, I think that's what it's doing now because a lot of the clubs have gone broke because of the lockout laws, and I'd say eventually they'll probably all become apartments and you know coffee shops and God knows whatever. Um, so yeah, Brian, I live in Turramurra and I have a house in North Carlton as well. I live I live 9 months in Sydney and 3 months in Aussie summer in Melbourne. Oh, okay. Why did I think for some reason, Brian, you were from America? Yeah. Oh, sorry, Brian. Turramurra's a nice area. My daughter's just moved up to Cremorne. She loves it up there. Brian, you probably knew already, Bill, you can take an iPad to the nearest Mitsubishi dealer to you and show car sales searches research and ask them for to beat the price. Yeah, I don't know if you can. Well, I mean, Mitsubishi are pretty desperate these days. They're probably still negotiating, but I was talking to the Volkswagen dealer because my wife, this is 4 or 5 months ago when we were looking, and he was like, "Mate, we're not negotiating on price. This is the price. That's it." So he wouldn't take a cent off. But yeah, this is the car market as it is. Brian says Cremorne Mossman is nice. Hope your daughter likes the area. Yeah, she loves the area. We've lived in the Lowell Mountains her whole life, so that's a big change for her. She got a job in the city, and she didn't want to travel so far. It was taking her sort of an hour and a half each way, and each day, so that was 3 hours of travel. And especially if she had to work back, it became a little bit dangerous at night time. She was scared on the trains, and so anyway, she's moved to Cremorne, and she just catches a bus, and in 15 minutes she's at work. Skies, and I think we've done 2 hours, mate.
Yeah, just over the 2 hours. I think we've bored everyone enough now.
Yeah, I think we've bored everyone to tears. But if there's anyone in the chat that can subscribe and like on your way out the door, that'd be greatly appreciated. Skies, and thanks very much for coming on, mate.
No, you're welcome. You're more than welcome, Scratchy. Anytime.
Mate, and thanks for the unboxing, my first unboxing.
The first of many.
Yeah, or hopefully.
Yeah, we just got to get your PayPal sorted until you get monetised.
Yeah. I'll worry about that later, I think. But thanks to Once You See It, Patel 10, thank you. Apes, Mikey Cassio, Brian. Guys, I really appreciate you coming and just listening to me dribble on. And Bill, I really appreciate your support and your engagement in the chat. I really, I'm just having a bit of fun, and I really appreciate the support. So I hope everyone has a good night, and take care.
We'll catch up all on Saturday.